Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Huoshan Hunters Guild. It is the first of 3 incoming solo sessions, starting off with the solo session for Lucas.
Heyo.
Yeah. So, when last we left off, the party just came back to Huoshan after brutally murdering the Empress. It was great. Oh, and maybe they told the rest of the NPCs that Huoshan is about to become a giant fireball and no one can live here anymore. But that's not the important stuff.
No one, you say?
No one important. Anyways, during last week, 3 of our characters went off to begin their solo sessions. Lucas went off to see Boss about his psychic powers. Wyoming was uh, walked off to discuss something with his father, and Demeron is still dead.
Super dead. Rest in peace.
After discussing things with Boss, he explained that to master his psychic powers, Lucas would have to journey into his own mindscape. So that's where we are starting off. Boss is leading Lucas into one of the back caravans, all the way at the end of the big band caravan.
I see.
He opens the door, leading into a room filled with very elaborate rugs, curtains,
Basically hippie
and
shit.
yeah, kind of. There's some odd smelling incense coming from the room. It is um it is not a disp- not a bad smell, but something about it is just kind of messing with your senses.
Mm. Lucas walks in saying nothing.
Mhm. Boss hops into the oh, well, luckily there are no drugs in this room. So there are no certain deers influencing this room.
I still need to make like a druggy moon deer like build.
Anyways, Boss hops into the caravan and rummages through a small chest, pulling out some items. He turns to you. I want you to take a seat on this rug and get as comfortable as you can.
Lucas Lucas run, heads on the left, heads to the rug and just sort of lays flat on it.
All right. He comes back and takes a kind of a cross-legged sit across from you.
How
He
does a
starts
bear
laying
do a
down.
cross leg sit?
Don't ask questions. You know, psychic power can do some amazing things.
Fair enough. I didn't think of that.
Anyways, Boss begins laying out the items. He's lighting up fresh new sticks of incense, filling the room with this odd smelling smoke. Now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Y'all have heard of hypnosis, haven't you?
Hmm.
Well, if we're gonna get you in your mindscape, hypnosis is the best way to go. And these little bits of incense here, they should help with the process, so it don't take too long. I'm going to give you one warning, though. Once you're in your own mindscape, I can't help you. You're going to be on your own. So
Understood.
whatever's inside your mind, the good and the bad, you're going to have to deal with it. And I'm not exactly sure how it's going to manifest. Now, close your eyes and take a deep breath.
He obliges.
He just continues just like speaking on, just kind of just in this droning voice. Don't let any of the outside world affect you right now. All that you need to worry about is you and you in this moment. Take another deep breath
He was already taking a deep
and
breath.
let you.
Like he saw that coming.
Yeah. Take another deep breath and feel your body begin to relax. All the pain, all the stress, all the worry, let it melt away. Now, I'm gonna count to 10. Count down from 10. When I hit 0, you're gonna enter a trance. And when you do, you'll wind up on the other side. 10. Feel the world disappear around you. 9. Sounds, sights, smells, it's all fading away. Like a hazy morning. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. You go, everything just becomes completely silent. And next instant, when you open your eyes, you find yourself standing on this just shimmering black water.
Oh no, water. It's like
Above you is just a swirling mass of just clouds and thunder, almost like just a cosmos of colors above you, constantly swirling. No two colors ever the same.
tries to put his claw into the water.
You try to press down, it makes a ripple, but it makes a ripple. Your claw somehow sinks, but it feels like it's sinking into solid ground rather than water. It's a very odd feeling. Oh no, the ground was made of salad.
Gross vegetables. I'm learning more about myself.
As you do
The
this, you feel the world around you begins to take form. You find yourself in almost kind of this very grayed out mansion. There seems to be many rooms with dozens of staircases leading upwards, almost seemingly into infinity. Seems that the only way to go seems to be upwards.
Yeah. He slowly scuttles up the stairs.
All right. You go up the you go up the first set of stairs leading into a door. And when you enter the door, you find yourself in the Scorpion Den. Everything looks not destroyed. But
Seeing
as you
this
enter,
also
there seem
makes him sad.
and as you continue walking, make a perception.
It's counted as a for favorite terrains.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. The the cavern seems to be straight for a while, but then immediately there's a fork in the road that goes left and right, and just as you reach this fork, you see yourself walking past. You watch him. You watch yourself as he actually seems to be leaving through the exit. As you remember this memory, this is the day you decided to leave the Scorpion Den to begin your travels.
I I remember feeling like a hero here. Not sure how I feel now.
Behind your memory self, you see your mother just kind of watching you. She looks like she wants to run ahead and stop you from leaving, but she ultimately decides not to.
There's a bit. There's again a bit of sadness when Lucas sees her. What, seeing how he made this decision that he made, just seeing it all again. He
As
begin,
you watch,
he
go ahead.
he takes the left path, just remembering his journey so far.
All right, you you shortly follow yourself
Wait, I thought
as
he going the
he.
other way.
Oh, you're going the other way.
Yeah, I'm going on the
Okay.
left path down, further down.
Okay. Well, yourself was going left, and Jelsa was on the right.
Hmm, I see.
So would you be going down the right path in that case, or?
Hmm. I'm just diving deeper
Okay.
in, in the metaphysical sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, you you continue to explore this place, and as you are, you hear in the back of your head, "This is where it all began." The voice of Devourer chuckles in the back of your mind. How how hilarious it would have been just a few days late had you left. Just a few days later, you would have been controlled by the good table.
Lucas shivers at the outside voice.
I see that there are other more terrible memories. This shall be a rather interesting journey. I would recommend you follow yourself, lest you want to get lost in your own mind.
Follow the game design. I mean the voice, and I turn around.
Alright,
You know, follow myself as I said.
alright, yeah. You follow the same path you took as you left, leading out into the desert. However, it seems that the sky above you is just the shimmering is the same as when you first appeared, just a black sky with shimmering colors. And as you step out, make a perception.
What? Black? Just an empty field, or
You're out in the desert. Like the actual like desert outside your scorpion territory.
I don't see
Alright.
shit.
It's fine, you see what you see. So you notice your memory self suddenly, excuse me for a second. You see your memory self suddenly beginning to dissolve. You hear the voice behind you again. Hmm. This may be a problem. As as it begins to mutate into this shadowy monster. Let me find it. Trying to find the image really quickly. Here we go. It mutates into a more shadowy version of one of these things.
Hmm.
I would recommend you put that thing down quickly.
Lucas steals his mind and gets ready to fight.
All right, that'll be an initiative.
Do all magic items count? Like in this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You still have everything you have on you.
Good. I'm glad.
Oof. All right, well, it is going first. It's going to run up and attack you with its just two massive claws. $17.
Miss.
All right,
Good.
2 misses. It's your turn.
Lucas goes into an id rage. And begins attacking.
All right.
What? Wait, things are loading, right? Oh, pick the com. Excuse me. Here we go. Everything's set up.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas is going to power attack.
All right. That'll hit. Okay.
22.
Hang on, give me a second. That 22 to hit,
Yes.
that will miss.
That will be my turn.
All right. You slash it. It has this just shadowy mist coming out of its chest, and as it does, you hear this odd chanting in a language you can't comprehend, speaking names that are almost maddening to listen to.
I don't know. I can comprehend a lot.
Trust me, you can't comprehend this language.
All right. Let me look up Xenoglossy.
It is a plot device language that bypasses
Okay.
all feats.
Okay.
It is going to roar and it's going to attempt to bite you. 27 to hit.
27? No.
All right, 27 misses.
This guy, he's, Lucas beefed up on armor.
All right. Well, that is his turn then.
Lucas will power attack again.
Mm-hmm.
32,
That'll hit.
21,
Mm-hmm.
25,
That'll hit.
20 damage.
It's still up. And that'll
25
hit.
again. $22 damage.
Alright, with this hit, the
The tail
the
stayed up.
shadowy monster just explodes into a burst of shadowy smoke, eventually evaporating. The chants suddenly just stop out of nowhere. You are left in a just silent desert.
Do I feel? Did it feel? How do I feel?
Disturbed. It affected you when you hit it. You felt like you were hitting yourself. You took you didn't take any damage, but you actually like felt the pain.
I see.
This is worse than I thought. Your mind is heavily affected by the dark influences of the Necronomicon.
He grits his teeth, grits the teeth he doesn't have, and keeps going.
All right. Eventually, as you keep going, you find yourself in front of this just shimmering white gate.
I attempt to push the gate open.
All right. Well, it's not really like a gate, but it's just like just square of light. You try to push it, your claw just kind of sinks through. It again shimmers like water.
I dive in.
All right. As you push through, you find yourself in front of the same door that you entered, and a new staircase is leading upwards. However, this place seems to have rather drastically changed. The the structure is crumbling. There are just these black, veiny vines all throughout the area, pulsating with just some kind of dark energy.
I was about to ask if I could make a sense motive on myself. Let me
You
see.
may. I mean, technically you may. I'd allow it if you want to.
I mean, I don't know how else I'd understand what's going on with these. Meh. No clue.
You, looking at these, you recall a rather poor decision you made a few months ago when you drank Oleander's blood.
Oh dear. The realization hits him. And,
Yeah.
It's, just imagine the guy with a washcloth. That picture.
Turn it down just a little bit. Okay. You continue descending up the stairs.
Hmm.
As you continue to descend, ascending the stairs, make our perception. There seems to be a great deal of these shadowy monsters just kind of crawling on the walls or lack thereof. It seems that like when they crawl up onto a wall, they seem to crawl on the space where there is no wall and just void. They don't seem to be to be bothering you, however. They do notice you and give you these just high-pitched just hisses.
I see. I continue walking forward.
All right. You continue up into the next door. As you enter, you find yourself in the basement where you fought Oleander. It is a much more horrific scene than what you remember. The bodies of
1 sec.
Okay.
I got called away for a moment.
All right. So, you step through the door leading into the basement where you fought Oleander, and it is a much more horrific sight than what you last remembered. Everyone around you is dead. Your friends, Oleander, Han's daughter. Only person that seems to be alive is you, or at least a version of you, pulsating with this dark energy. Make a will save. All right. For a moment, all of this feels too real. Then you manage to steal your mind and realize that, well, this definitely didn't happen. It definitely seems to be some kind of an illusion that something in your mind is casting on you. The the shadowy version of you roars at you and melts into melts into another one of those monsters, and then and then the fake body of Lily and Wyoming melt into two more of these monsters. I'm gonna need another initiative.
This is a house, right?
Yeah, it's the basement of the shack you were in when you fought Oleander.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Well, you are definitely going first.
All right. I rage again and cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
All three are getting hit with their own.
Okay.
I got 2 nat ones.
Oof.
One. Roll to confirm both.
You do have hero points. You could re-roll those.
I don't feel like it.
Okay.
Does that be 1 touch?
Yes.
Oh,
That'd be
okay.
both touches.
And 1 actually hit.
Yep. So roll
Oh.
damage.
That first one was against fake Lucas.
Okay.
Oh, there's 4, right? 4 or 3.
No, there are
You
three.
said, was it Wyoming, Lily? Was
Wyoming,
it
Lily, and the fake Lucas.
Okay, that one was up against fake Lucas.
They have all mutated into those monsters.
That one Lucas
Okay.
takes 18 fire damage. That is my turn.
All right. Time for the one of the monsters' turns. It's going to run up to you and attempt to bite. That's a miss. The second one's turn, it's going to attempt to flank with the other monster. 29 to hit.
Mm-mm.
Damn. All right.
I try to finish off Lucas.
All right. The other one is going to run up to the side of you. He's gonna take a deep breath and exude this putrid smoke. I'm gonna need you to make a fort save. DC 16.
Oh, great.
Oof. All right. You are sickened.
Understood.
It is your turn.
All right. I attack Lucas.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Miss.
I'll miss. That will hit.
That'll be my turn.
All right. All right. 3 more bite attempts coming in at you. Actually, 2 more. No, 3. Nope. Nope.
Mm-mm.
All right, those are 2 misses. All right, it's your turn.
Okay.
Also, before I forget. Oof. All right. Well, it
That's
won't matter
second
after.
duration.
It won't matter after this fight. But yeah, well, technically this will kick in after you leave.
Mm.
All right, it is your turn.
I attack Lucas again.
All right.
Bam.
I'll miss. Oof.
That's it. That's it for my turn.
All right. 3 more attacks coming in. Potential crit.
It's not confirmed.
It's hitting, but it's not critting. Take 10 damage. $32 hit.
He speaks.
Oof. These things have to hit you on a 19. That's awful.
I say no. Don't say, "Hey, everything in crafting is done."
Shh. Hey, take another 7 damage.
Yep.
And then that's a miss. All right, it's your turn.
I attack Lucas again.
All right.
How long does Sicken last?
For this effect, it will persist for 1d6 minutes after you leave this area.
Oh.
So literally just go outside and be like, I wait 5 minutes. Okay, you're not sickened anymore. That'll hit.
$23.
All right. He disappears into a puff of smoke. And it seems when you do this, the other 2 nightmares seem to just kind of back away.
Immediately?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had to kind of jump into the wall and just sink into it, and they're gone.
Okay.
And as you do this, it seems the wall where you first spotted Oleander when you entered opens up to another one of these white gates.
Opens up to another one.
Hmm. And as you step through,
Another what?
another white gate.
Like, yes, that's true.
All right. As you step through, you're back on the next staircase, and the room has continued to deteriorate even more. There are more of these thick, pulsy veins, not almost like tree roots, just glowing with this ominous light. And there's a faint echo of a heartbeat.
How do I feel?
You're not exactly sure. You are feeling just a swirl of emotions.
Hmm.
You feel the same way you felt when you drank Oleander's blood for the first time. You just felt you feel like you're on the very cusp of madness.
Hmm.
It's a very unpleasant feeling.
Lucas um, trepidly climbs up the next set of stairs.
Meanwhile, back in the world of the real world, Boss is just watching you with a very worried look on his eyes. You seem to be twitching and seizing.
Let's see.
And seems he gets an idea in his mind. He doesn't hop out, but he calls for someone. He he speaks to someone and they walk off. Then he goes back to watching you.
Okay. Is that dramatic irony?
Hmm. Who knows?
Hmm.
Anyway, as you continue walking up the next staircase, you're getting very close to the top. It's maybe one, maybe two more staircases. You continue to climb up the stairs, leading into another one of these doors.
I check the new room.
All right, you find yourself in the cavern where you fought Digger Table Queen.
I see.
As you enter, there's nothing inside. However, you just begin hearing these whispers. Just, it's your fault. It's your fault. She's dead because of you. You failed.
Lucas,
You could have stopped this. It continues to whisper these words,
Lucas shakes and
echoing throughout
counters.
the. All right. Make a will save.
Second is over.
Yeah. You could just say you waited like 5 minutes and it passed. All right. You are temporarily overwhelmed by the voices, and you just kind of just curl up. Unable to really do anything. Make another will save. The the voices become louder and more distorted. However, you manage to steel yourself. Make me another will save.
Oh,
All right. You continue to be berated by the voices, but you finally manage to steal your mind, and the voices go silent. Beyond, uh, beyond the caves leading to the door where you found the portal to hell. It looks a bit different. Instead of two statues representing Nyarlathotep at the side of the doors, two statues of a very regal-looking dragon are on each side of the door, and the door itself has become a rusted steel.
I enter the door.
All right. And you push open the door, seemingly having no resistance whatsoever, despite it probably being like a 20,000-pound door. And you find yourself in a large, dark cave. And in the distance, you see two glowing red eyes. Come closer. The voice you've heard before is no longer in your head, but now reverberates through the cave.
I come closer, feeling I have no other choice.
Oh. As you get closer, the shadowy form of a massive dragon looms over you. So, the state of your mind is worse than I thought. Why is it so loud? I don't know why it's so loud. The the shadowy dragon just kind of looks down. Between what you've done and the new acquiring of your powers seems to have attracted the darkest parts of your mind to try and take over and fester and corrupt.
Lucas stares at him. Well, partially out of fear, partially out of anger. What do you want from me? Why are you here in my mind?
I am your creator. The bits of me in every predator. The only reason I am able to manifest this way is through your psychic power. I am merely just a memory of the true Shangri-La. However, I do not seek to corrupt your mind like the festering powers of these evil, horrific deities.
This anger I have when I summon my power, this anger I feel. Is this you?
No. I can no more influence your mind than any other god. Of course, it doesn't help that the blood that runs through your veins may or may not influence the emotion. But your emotions, your anger, comes from you. I am only a manifestation of that emotion. But ask yourself, what's worse? A manifestation of your creator? Or these monsters spawned by you drinking the blood of one possessed by eldritch horrors?
I don't. This anger, it's not natural. I can't. It doesn't feel right.
Then perhaps you coming into this mindscape was the best choice you can make. After all, the more of these monsters you destroy, the more the effect has the less. I'm trying to think of the right words. I'm trying to think of the right wording for this. The more of these monsters you destroy, their grip on you will lessen, and your emotions will, for lack of a better term, stabilize. Of course, so long as I persist in your mind, your anger will always dominate your emotions in one way or another.
I know there's power beyond you. There's power in me. And I can feel you blocking it. I can feel you overwhelming it with your anger.
If you want to destroy this boundary, you will have to seek me out. After all, I'm just a figment of a memory. Destroying a memory does nothing. You just forget the reason why you feel the way you feel. But I will tell you what you need to do. If you wish to truly destroy the grip of these monstrous beings, I feel the worst of the manifestations are at the very top of this tower, in the core of your mind. Once you do that, you'll have a better control of your emotions, a better control over your psychic power. But until you seek me out, that second boundary, my boundary, will always be in place, and anger will still dominate you. At least with this, tapping into your anger won't succumb you to madness.
He sighs.
He just kind of steps out of the way. Behind him, there's another one of these, another one of those white gates.
I enter through the gate.
My only final bit of advice is to be wary. Too much offense against the manifestation may hurt you more than you hurt it. Keep that in mind. And as you enter through this gate, you find yourself in a hallway, or whatever could constitute as a hallway. Oh,
It's straight, uh,
it's a
confined path.
it's a straight staircase leading upwards.
He walks up.
All right. Everything around you has just completely deteriorated. There's no more building. Just chunks of wall just floating throughout the void. Everything around you is just a swirling nebula of mass and colors. And as you enter through the final door, you find yourself almost back where you started. Just a endless expanse of nothing with that same shimmering ground.
I see.
And across from you is a tall, shadowy cloaked figure just looking away from you.
I approach the figure. This mind is mine. Mine to control. And I won't let you take it from me.
Do you think it will be that easy to get rid of us? We are we are you. We are just as much a part of you as your fondest memories. We are the feeling of every kill, the sight of every person you watch die, the fear of watching or even thinking of precious Lily reduced to a corpse. We are amplified through your power and the blood that was blessed by God. It turns around and it has no face. It's just underneath the mask is just this swirling, just like the sky, just this swirling nebula of colors.
Nice. I ready a fighting stance. My feelings are mine alone.
We shall see. It extends its hands, and from out the ground, a scythe materializes. It itself readies a stance. All right, roll initiative for boss time against the manifestation.
Mother, good rolls.
Oof. All right. at the start of its turn, it casts a spell. And it surrounds itself with this kind of odd static electricity, and that's its turn.
Oh, goody.
Right, you're up.
Can this thing fly?
It cannot.
All right. I will. Either way, I'll cast Mind Shock, and as I focus my psychic energy through my claws and tail.
All right. As you do this, it seems like his face and the swirling sky above seems to become more vibrant.
Hmm.
So what is is there a save against mind check?
Mind Shock is a buff.
Oh, it's a buff. Never mind then.
Mhm.
All right, is it your turn?
Yes.
All right. Its turn. Do, 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 do. Okay. All right. So it's gonna cast Scorching Ray at you. Bum. 28 to beat your touch.
Yes.
Oof.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Ah. Does not.
Only one hit for 10 damage. Also say, yeah, when you entered this room, you have healed. So
Okay.
it's start from max damage and then subtract. And that will be its turn.
All right. I go up and I strike.
Okay.
Let me figure out my current stuff. All right.
Okay.
$31.
That'll hit.
Last D4 is damage directly to the mind, non-lethal.
Okay. All right. When you hit him, you get suddenly quickly engulfed by that static electricity and you're shocked for 13 points of damage.
Going for another attack.
All right.
Another shock shield.
Yep, you're hitting. That's another hit.
Hang on, I rolled that first thing wrong. I did D6 instead of D8. There we go. Add another point of damage to that last attack.
All right.
As well. 23. 2 is non-lethal.
All right, and then take 5 points of damage. That will miss.
Going for a bite.
That will hit.
I'm guessing my mind is immune to poison.
Yes.
Okay. Take 19 damage. That'll be my turn. Unless I can try to make a charisma check to try to take over my mind.
All right, another 19 damage.
Yeah, unless I can do that.
No, because this technically isn't your mind. This is a manifestation of all your negative emotions.
I see.
All right. It's going to attempt to attack you with a power attack vital strike combination.
Good.
It
Miss.
misses. All right, that's its turn.
All right. I keep going.
That'll hit.
24.
Take 4 damage and the shield finally disperses.
I'm getting 19s, and I just want to get the 20 for the crit effect.
Bum. That'll hit.
26. 20, 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
21. Second bite. 21.
All right. Give me a second. All right. Oof. All right. With that attack, it just kind of steps back. It's like, we're not supposed to be this strong. They said you wouldn't be this strong.
He steps forward, trying raising up a killing blow.
All right. As you get closer, it begins charging something in its hands. This massive glowing white light.
Can I AOO?
For for all intents and purposes, he's in the negative, so you may.
Okay.
All these high rolls.
I almost rolled 20. A D20 for damage.
All right. So it tries to blow itself up, but you run in and get one final strike on it. It roars with a screech and then finally disappears in a puff of smoke. Everything is silent, and the swirling mass of colors above you has finally disappeared.
He
And at the
tries.
same time, your everything you were feeling, the fear, the anger, the madness, it slowly begins to just disappear. And you find yourself in a new state of calm.
I try to quell my anger and instead channel kindness.
All right. You begin to channel and regulate your emotions. As you do, the the scenery around you begins to change.
I try to think pleasant, happy thoughts.
The goes from a black void to a rather vibrant and happy looking garden, a world full of life. You see a version of Huoshan in the distance. This world seems to be Or at least this manifestation seems to be untainted with the threat and consequences of war.
I I feel the injuries on this part of my mind, and I try to heal them on the mind on my ash my astral projection or whatever it
Mhm.
is, the
Yeah.
projection of my body, my fake
Yeah.
body that I'm using.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, you begin
Wait,
to.
I can roll this now.
Oh,
Ooh, 9 health.
oh, yeah. You channel your psychic powers and you feel your wounds beginning to close.
Ooh. Lucas enjoys the pleasant feelings for just a little while longer.
As you're enjoying this feeling of peace, you hear an echoing voice. Lucas, Lucas, can you hear me? It's the
Boss,
echoing voice of Boss. Thank God, I had someone get something for me. It's well, let's say it's some kind a device that amplifies psychic power. Normally, I wouldn't be able to communicate to you like this, but with this device, I can.
I found what was making so angry. It's gone now.
You can see your your aura's quelled down. It's no longer like a raging thunderstorm. It's more like hmm, feels like a more like a cloudy summer day.
That's good. I'm ready to
Though
wake up now.
all right.
I,
You just hear just a snap of his fingers, and you wake up.